Hello, Live Lighters! As we continue our journey to healing and self-discovery, gusto ko sana kayong pasalamatan sa lahat ng inyong pagmamahal at suporta, sa inyong oras at atensyon, at syempre sa inyong pagtitiwala, sa trust. Ito yung isang bagay na hindi natin basta-basta ibinibigay. After all, lahat tayo meron tayong kanya-kanyang storya ng getting hurt and betrayed, even by the people we value the most, diba? So, what can we learn from these experiences? In today's episode, sama-sama nating pag-uusapan, after your trust is broken by a terrible betrayal, how do you try to live light? Have you ever been lied to? Na-backstab ka na ba? Or did a partner cheat on you? Familiar scenarios in our different relationships, diba? In one way or another, I'm sure naranasan mo nang ma-violate ang trust mo dahil sa panloloko, pandaraya, o pagtataksil ng kapwa. Sabi nga nila, diba, na ang trust daw parang salamin. Kapag nabasag, mahirap nang ibalik sa dati. Kasi lagi mo na daw makikita yung lamat. Well, that may be true for strangers or acquaintances. But what if the betrayal comes from a loved one? Gaya ng kapamilya, kaibigan, o romantic partner. Magkaaminan na ha, hindi ganun kadali na i-let go mo na lang sila ng ganun-ganun na lang. Kasi many of us will try to save the relationship. And in these confusing moments, how do you rebuild the trust that was lost? Plus, do you forgive and forget? O forgive lang, but don't forget?
Yung pag-rebuild ng trust, no, after betrayal, yun na yung end of the healing process. Before that can happen, we need to start muna with healing ourselves. And part of healing, no, is understanding kung ano yung nangyari talaga. So that's one, understand with your mind what really happened objectively. So sometimes it's good, no, for a counselor or a life coach or a psychologist to step in para mas magkaintindihan kung ano talaga yung nangyari. Objectively, neutrally, without emotions. Pangalawa, emotional healing. Siyempre, may anger, may lungkot, may sense of betrayal, may sense of revenge. How can you heal if there are feelings like those? Ang mga Pinoy, ang kailangan nila ay hingahan eh. You know, to let steam off, you know, let it out. Talk to the therapist or life coach about it. And then, pwedeng mag-settle na yung objectivity or neutrality sa pag-iisip. And then thirdly, you know, couples counseling. You'll be given chances to speak compassionately, kindly with each other. This is really all a process. You don't have to rush it. Forgive and forget raw. Pero how can you ever forget? It happened eh. If you forget it, that means you would be denying what happened. And that is mentally and emotionally, psychologically unhealthy. Should you forgive? You should be willing to forgive. But should you forgive now? Of course not. So you heal first, and then perhaps later on, you can forgive. Should you trust again? Yes and no. You can trust, but the other person has to be trustworthy muna. And then later on, you'll find out how much you can trust each other again.
If you want to repair a damaged relationship after a traumatic betrayal, kailangan ng matindi at intentional na effort, diba, from both parties involved. Bukod dito, kailangan din ng matinding pasensya as it can take a very long time to happen. For the person who got betrayed, here are some actions that you can consider on your path to healing. Number 1, acknowledge and process your emotions. Hayaan mo ang sarili mo na umiyak, magtaka, magalit, at iba pa. Ramdamin mo yung mga emotions na nagsusurface. Okay lang yan. I-discuss mo yung nararamdaman mo sa mga kaibigan mo at pamilya na pinagkakatiwalaan mo. Kasi dito mo malalaman yung lawak at lalim ng pagtanggap mo sa sitwasyon. And in the process, you can navigate your way to a resolution much better. Number 2, open lines of communication. Talk honestly. Know what a violation of trust means to you and communicate it properly with the person who betrayed you. Dapat alam niya at what point siya nag-cross ng iyong boundaries. Dapat alam din ng tao na yon kung ano yung naging epekto sa'yo ng betrayal and what that betrayal meant to you. In the same vein, maging open ka rin na pakinggan ang perspective niya sa pangyayari. Number 3, consider forgiveness. Bagaman mahirap at hindi agad maibibigay ng basta-basta, forgiving the person who betrayed you can be a powerful tool for letting go of all the heavy weight you've been carrying because of the broken trust. At alam nyo ba na it can reduce stress, anxiety, and hostility, leading to an improved mental health. And by doing so, you can also recognize your capacity for compassion and emotional growth. And lastly, set new boundaries. Every single time na nasasaktan tayo, we get to build stronger walls that defend our heart. Diba sabi nga nila na there's a reason kung bakit tayo nagbe-build ng fences. It's for our own protection. At dito, mas nagkakaroon tayo ng bagong kaalaman on how to deal with people and the pain that they could give us through better boundaries. It's a must that we share them to the people who hurt us so that they can understand that work must still be done to rebuild the trust in the relationship. This time, for the person who did the betrayal, eto naman ang para sa'yo. Here are some things you can do to make things right. Number 1, be accountable for your actions. Owning up to your mistakes show your commitment to change. However, accountability is not merely confessing. Isa itong multi-step process na kailangang isa-isip, isa-puso, at isa-gawa. Hindi pwedeng lip service lang. This includes self-reflection, asking for forgiveness, consistent repair of trust, and a big change in behavior. Express remorse and empathy. Understand why your loved one was hurt by what you did and give them time to work on their feelings. Kahit nagsorry ka na, hindi mo pa rin sila pwedeng madiliin na patawarin ka, ibigay mo sa kanila yung time na yun. Kailangan din nilang mag-process. Demonstrate consistent and reliable behavior. Don't focus on a single spectacle to do good. Smaller and low-key actions from the heart will always feel more sincere when it comes to rebuilding trust with someone. Ipakita mong committed ka to make amends and be a better person. Again, lastly, seek for help or go to therapy and counseling. Working with a professional can help you address underlying traumas that pushed you to commit the betrayal. Knowledge of yourself, of who you are, is power. And now, papunta na tayo sa exciting part. The age-old question, kapag nasaktan tayo, dapat ba forgive and forget? O forgive lang but don't forget? Forgiving and forgetting is a conscious choice that benefits the betrayed. It might as well be considered as a gracious act that takes away the resentment in your heart and leads you towards emotional freedom. Kumbaga, wala nang drama, wala nang bitterness sa buto mo. But contrary to this belief, forgiving and not forgetting is a smarter choice daw. What do you think? While forgiving can be beneficial, ultimately, forgetting a loved one's betrayal isn't always wise. Dahil pwede itong maging opening to manipulate the forgiveness and continue the offense. Kaya nga nagkakaroon ng pattern, kaya nagkakaroon ng cycle dahil dyan. Not forgetting is a form of boundary, a new protection that can prevent another betrayal. Kayo, Live Lighters, kung tatanungin ko kayo, after hearing both explanations, asang side kayo? Rebuilding trust after a betrayal is never easy. It takes a lot of processing and introspection. Nagsisimula lahat sa pagpapatawad. Regardless if hingin ito ng taong nakapanakit sa'yo, mag-respond siya o hindi sa forgiveness mo, or even recognize it, do it for your own sake. Forgiving doesn't mean trusting. Forgiving doesn't mean things will magically go back to how they were. Forgiving is instant, but trusting takes a lot of time. It is earned and not freely given. Be wise, set boundaries. I hope and pray you heal from what broke you. Salamat for joining me today and make sure to subscribe dito sa the JSM channel. Remember, when life feels heavy, it's time to lighten the load. Let go of your worries and let the light in. Ako si Jodi, and let's live light. See you on the next video.